Steamians, what's up? Dan at Starlight here. Thought I'd share with you today my long-term investment strategy for EOS. So please keep in mind that I'm not an expert, so don't take this as financial or investment advice. This is just an extra perspective for you to listen to. This is basically just my opinion and my approach. But I do think that EOS is a little bit tricky to invest in right now because I think it's very undervalued long-term, but quite possibly overvalued short-term. So why do I think it's overvalued short-term? Well, if you look at coinmarketcap.com, and as I'm making this, the price is $1.40 US per EOS token, which puts the market cap at about $400 million according to coinmarketcap.com. But they're basing that on a token supply of 300 million. But we're in the middle of a one-year-long crowd sale, which will ultimately mean that there's 1 billion tokens. So I prefer to calculate the market cap based on 1 billion tokens, which would put the current market cap of EOS at about or over $1.5 billion, which still means it's in the top 10, which still means it's super high for a coin that is probably a year away from really launching its platform. So that's why I think it's overvalued short term. But maybe it's not, because I believe it has a huge future, and that's probably why it's still hovering up at these prices. But the reason I believe in it long term is because I think it can rival Ethereum. I think it can do what Ethereum wants to do but isn't quite capable of, and that is being a platform for decentralized applications. Now, that's what Ethereum I think wants to do ultimately. So far, there aren't really any apps on Ethereum that everybody uses because it's too slow, transaction costs, and it's just not super scalable. The main thing Ethereum is being used for is launching ICOs, and it's a vehicle for even more companies to create speculative offers on, which is great. And yes, the network effect's kicking in, but if you really want to run decentralized applications on a platform, I like EOS for that, or EOS, however you say it. Because it's going to have much greater scalability, no transaction fees, and it's going to be super fast. So that's why I want to get in on this thing. And I don't want to wait for a better price because I'm not thinking for sure that there will be one. Having said that, last month I started dollar cost averaging into this when it was about $1.80 US. And I've just made my second purchase at about $1.40, $1.37. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. So if you're not sure what dollar cost averaging is, simply every month I'm going to be buying, I'm going to be spending a fixed amount of fiat on EOS. So if the price is lower, I'll be getting more every month. If it's higher, I'll be getting less EOS tokens. So you see how it works. Look it up. That's a terrible beginner explanation, but I'm not just going to straightforward dollar cost average, because I don't really like doing that in crypto because it's so volatile. I feel like you can do better if you sort of incorporate the idea of buying dips, and if there's a huge spike, then I might not buy as much on that month. And if there's a massive dip, then I might buy a lot more. I mean, I sort of expected that if there wasn't so much buzz around EOS or EOS, that the price should be less than $1 at this point, in my opinion. So I do expect that I'll be losing money on some of these first purchases, but I don't plan on selling any EOS or EOS for a long time. I figure in a year or 2 years, probably 2 years, once it's up and running, people can really start using it, then you're going to probably see a token value of $20, $30, $40, in the first little wave, I expect, if it's going to actually rival Ethereum. Because that's kind of what Ethereum's sort of hovering at right now as far as market cap goes. So I'm looking at it more as a 2 to 3 year short-term investment. I'm not looking to make any, short-term swing trades on it or anything. This is a coin that I really believe in, has a lot of potential, so I want to accumulate it during this first year. And I probably won't buy any after this first year. This will be my accumulation year, and then I'll sell as it starts to go up for real. Now, it is very risky, right? I expect that a lot of people shouldn't buy into this token. The reason I'm buying into it is because I trust the team and I trust Dan Larimer, and I really do believe that they're going to work as hard as they can to deliver an amazing platform. Now, yes, we are working towards trustless-based societies with cryptocurrency. Doesn't mean you that we're there yet. With a token like this, or any of these ICOs, there's a lot of trust that you have to put in the team, right? So the main reason why I would spend a lot more in EOS over one of these other tokens, especially if I can learn how to say the name right, maybe I should just say EOS, I don't really know, is because, you know, I've seen what Dan Larimer has done with BitShares and Steem, and I think he's going to deliver again with this new team, which seems to have a lot of really, you know, good people backing it, right? But look into it. Don't take my word for it. That's just what I'm saying. But I do think that this is a specific time or a specific crypto where dollar cost averaging is the way to go by far. So that's all I'm making this video for. Just saying that's my strategy. I'm not participating in the ICO at all. I'm just buying these off of exchanges on a regular basis. And if it goes down a lot, I'll be buying more. If it goes up, I'll probably be buying a little less. But it'll all average out in the end, I believe, and give me what I think will be my best possible average buy price. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with it. Anyways, that's all for today. Dan at Starlight. Peace out.